Well, I said I wanted to see old Civs versus new. We're going to get treated to that. One and all, welcome back to the channel for Beastie up against Demu. Demu is having a rough day, and it may be about to get rougher. Borderland is going to be the map, a good one for Knights Templar. But if you're crafting this out, Byzantines, I think, are actually perfectly positioned to ruin a lot of what Knights Templar want to do. For a start, Byzantines, the rumors of their nerf on the systems was greatly exaggerated. You have to do something different. You're seeing it already from Beastie, but you can still get good system timings by going onto stone early. Reminder, they did change this now, so it used to be 50 stone and then scale up per system. It's now a flat 125, but mathematically, by the time you're at 5 systems, you actually spend less than you did on the old system. That's actually very important. The other thing I've noticed is the only thing you sacrifice with this new system build is the timing on your first mercenary pull. It's a little bit slower, but your secondary mercenary pull is quicker. Why that's important, and why I think Byzantines are very good in this matchup, is Knights Templar are pretty much playing a poor man's French to a certain degree. Their Knights are worse, but their Archer spam is better. But if their Archer spam is better, and you spam Javelins, which you can now move out to additional berry bushes and system buff them more easily, you can see where I'm going with this. The Javs become a very hard to solve problem for KT. So, very telling moment coming up. If Demu does go into French, this very easily could end up being an uphill battle. Knights Hospitalier could prove interesting against like what your opponent has. The only threat is maybe Longbow. I don't think you want to do axe throws against double range mercs. Okay, he's gonna try. Now, I'm holding my breath on this because usually when we do see Antioch, it doesn't necessarily mean that the person's going to build axe throws. A lot of the time, people are just getting Antioch so they have the buff down the line. But this is going to make the first 10 minutes quite scary. In theory, Antioch very, very good against Horseman build, against Limitane build. Because Limitane don't damage mitigate due to the fact that the axe throws don't do ranged attacks, they do melee attacks. Grand Winery is going to come on the other side. Stone gathering as it is, Beastie's almost ready for level 2 system already. No, so like you probably aren't going to see Hippodrome much in the Knights Templar matchup. In theory, actually, guys, it can be quite good, and that's if you think your opponent is going mass pilgrims, because Expilatores does work against pilgrims, so you get paid. The Grand Winery feels way too good for the mercenary opponent. Like most matchups, actually, for a very long time now. Okay, and it's going to be Rax beginning. Wait, is he expecting Longbow Horseman? Oh no, he's actually just going Axe-Throws. So I forgot for a moment. I'm being a bit of a muppet. Alright, so we're actually going to see how good or bad the Sergeants can be. That did get scouted, though. Yeah, and Beastie, he's not a dum-dum. He's fought this out. He's played probably more Knights Templar than almost anyone at the stage because it's been his main focus. You're not likely to be opening racks for Spearmen here when there's a risk of Longbow. So, Sergeants, can they be coming in? And here's the other kind of crazy thing, guys. Like, the Longbows actually counter everything that you can do out of the racks until Castle Age. They counter the Spearmen, and they also will counter the Sergeants. Jav has bonus against Sergeants? No. Sergeants are classified as heavy melee impacts. See that? Because the throwing axe is melee damage. And that's why I was saying, that's why you don't want to build Limitane against them. Because they have a lot of melee armor, so you're already losing out there. But the other problem is that your range damage reduction on the shields doesn't work. Because it's melee. Throwing equal melee? Yep. So, it's a bit confusing. And that's mainly because of name tagging. Like, realistically, this would make more sense in people's brains if we just use the name tags that Age of Mythology has, which is Piercing, Hack, and, is it Slash? No, it's Hack and, I think, like, Blunt. So we'll be a little bit of poke damage coming in. Oh, this is kind of cool, though, because he can slow down the scaling. Unfortunately for him, Beastie did get away with the 5 stone required for initial system. Doesn't mean he's got enough aqueducts, but could be worth it to kind of switch tree lines in a moment. If need be. Crush. Yes, that's right, Crush. My brain was failing. Age of Mythology Red Bull Warlord casted, by the way. Beastie's going to go Archers. Yeah, this is probably Archer Longbow. Kind of reminds me of a really sick build against Delhi when they just tried to mass Archer Tower victory. I wonder if does Demu have a switch coming, though? Because Horseman would just be an Etta Gigi feeling. He's got plenty of food to do it right now. 15 sheep underneath the TC. And also he has map control, so you can even think about moving up to Deer later. Even maybe just Archers your own, because obviously with the landscape preservation, you get a lot of wood. Or want to get a lot of wood anyway. There we go. Confirmation in. It is going to be the Western contract. Guys should have a caddy to carry the axes. No, dude. This is the axe version of Mjolnir. You throw it and it comes back. You guys ever played God of War? Kratos. Just for once, he hasn't got his nips out. Okay, first berry's about to exhaust, but Beastie, you got enough stone. He's going to be able to move out to the 8 stack. First Longbow group has been queued up. Demu yet to make a transition. When he makes it, it's going to feel pretty good here, though, guys. One thing that's very powerful about this Sergeant timing, at least theoretically, is by going for Sergeants into Horsemen, you get maximum value on Blacksmith tech. It's one of the more rare examples where melee tech is a great priority. Because melee tech buffs this damage, and then we'll buff the Horseman damage afterwards. But he does get confirmation of Archer and Lombos. Should be all the info required. Demu... Oh my god. Like, wait, let me check. Is Demu secretly Fey today? Because we still just have Sergeants. He's starting to stop our wood now, though. So, like, when you've got 400 plus wood, it's very likely someone's going to make a switch. Love these moving out the deer as well. Meantime, he's going to take advantage of the better movement speed twice next time. Lombos are now approaching. If he wants to make that Horseman switch, he's going to have to be very aggressive, which is why he's going for the double stable. Okay, Beastie, none the wiser right now. We don't have a Rax play. Villagers are going to get found. The scout. No, just touch him. Come on. Come on. Scam. Scam. So I can explain this. I swear, he's not hacking. But these guys are just not hacking hard enough. So Sergeants do 9 base damage, but they get 10% more. They're at 9.9 damage. That's the problem. So after a flurry attack, like your opponent is going to have 0.5 health left. Around here, though. Not this pressure. Second group of Longbows coming out over here. And that has actually created the space. Yeah, Beastie understands that this many Sergeants requires the whole army. He backs up. And still is none the wiser. Okay, Demu's making me believe a little here. The dive is still going to be difficult. Theoretically, you can see the way that he makes this work. Because mass scaling into Sergeants also deletes buildings. So let's say you just keep lobbing your opponent goes castle. If you go for the dive, win the fight, you can then start just hurling axes into the archery ranges to break them. Which means no crossbow counters. Some people have said they don't like the fact that Sergeants cost a lot of gold, but I think it makes sense, actually, for Knights Templar. I think you prefer this to being wood... Well, maybe not wood-based. Maybe a nice change for Sergeants would be if they were 70 food, 20 wood, 30 gold, something like that. There you go. Horseman reveals. And looks like he was not expecting it. He's going for the steel arrow now. It just ticked in. And he's focus firing onto the Sergeants. Does not want to deal with the Horsemen. Just kind of accept this for what it is. But the Longbows are slowing him down more. He needs to protect them. Gets them behind the Archer front line. But these Horsemen are the MVPs right now. Beastie finally starts to kill the Limitane after dropping double racks. That big hit. And also, that's kind of set off his timing. Beastie, he was looking for castle. You have to switch to the back gold now. sergeant count still looks scary. Remember, Limitane are not going to like sergeants at all. The moon is just going to back off a bit. The tricky part is you want to start killing the buildings, but the issue is the tower range. If you start killing buildings, Lombo archers will snipe you. Instead, Demu, if he wants to try and get in, it actually might even be worth going for a ram. There we go. Oh, I love that. That's really efficient. He goes houses. The ultimate feudal age siege infantry. Heavy infantry with 0 ranged armor? Yo, you gotta have counters, bro. Chill. You forgot Chuganu? No, Chuganu suck compared to Sergeant Sieging. Are you kidding me? You can either do 3 damage per Chuganu, or you can do 10 damage. Like, what? Why are you trying to spam me? Refund your Chuganu. I mean, Chuganu will destroy Sergeants, but in the role of a siege unit, nah, no. He's a king. Done it. The axe for us to clear quick enough. Remember, you actually don't care if the Limitane reach you because you've got heavy melee armor. It's obviously more damage into you, but it's like not the end of the world. It's funny that most units, when they're ranged, you want to kind of start a step and be careful. This is the epitome of the unit that can just stand there and get hit in the face. Just getting calm. Just making this game so uncomfortable. BC's still got one hand in his pocket. You can see what he wants to do here with the castle play. Feels like that lack of full reinvestment is maybe costing him. The tricky part is the way you want to reinvest is longbows. There's so much that you can do. Get in. The Limitane Flood is really just keeping Beastie in this competitively. He's got just enough. This is the thing, he's at level 4 assistance, so these Limitane, they come out every 9 seconds. But here we go, the horsemen go in, they go straight for the lombos. There's still a few spearmen left over. Enough. He's going to leave the axe throwers to just trade out against the LBs. And that's going to be it. Golden Horn Tower. Oh, dude! Come on! This looks so good. Demu isn't too far away from castle himself, mind you. So definitely not the end of the game. And Sergeants actually tech very well. By going into your veterancy, which only takes 30 seconds, by the way, you get an extra 40 HP. Plus an extra 3 damage as well. So it's a really, really good upgrade. And cost-wise, I believe it is discard. Yeah, only 175 resources. Because usually that's the way you get feudal to castle age units costs. Unless they're like units that are dominant there. So for example, horsemen, archers. Usually it's these men-at-arms type units when they go from feudal to castle that they don't cost much. Demu, now an Angevin Empire play. Why Angevin? I guess you're British, you've got to be more British. But like in all seriousness, is he really worried that BC's going to go Katas? I mean, heavy spearmen are a good all-rounder. It will protect you against both Limitane and Lombos. Genuine's crossbowmen would feel kind of weird here, but the gold from Genoa would be good. We don't ever talk about Castile. If you guys haven't figured it out, like, Genitors are... I've yet to see them look good. Chase in here. Remember, Beastie, he's already got the veterancy on the Lombos. Demu, still a few seconds out. Does protect the Pilgrims getting in. It cost him, what was that, 3 units for 1? He kind of needs the gold for tech choices, so it's forgivable. I think it's worth it. And now we've got the brothers. Their attack is just weird. Why is it weird? It's an axe, bro. Throwing an axe at someone should never be a not weird thing. You psychopath. Chill. I think my only disappointment is that they don't have beards. Oh, genitals. Okay, sorry, I get you now. Actually, in fairness, the face cover on these doesn't do it. Can't even see the islets. Oh, I'm not trying to start there. It's just difficult to use movement speed. We do have Templar brothers on the way, so Beastie needs to be careful not to overextend or overstay his well. And the heavy spearman reveal is going to be frustrating. However, does this not just give Beastie a very obvious counter? Crossbows counters literally everything that Demu is doing. This is the thing that I do believe is a bit odd about Angevin Empire after Antioch, is you are more or less saying, build crossbows the whole way. In fairness though, Beastie doesn't have any coming. He's got the archer range, doesn't kill him up. The spearman actually proving the MVP just for the absorption of damage. The Lombo is just not able to get in on the target they need to be killing. And the Templar brothers are now marching in the back. More tip damage to come. Beastie, there we go. Crossbow's now coming. Branching going to be a little bit interesting into the axe throwers, but I think he just feels as if he's got enough food to pump into it, and it's going to make a better front line than the Matane here. The Matane, nice clean up on the back. Templar brothers worth a kill. Ultimately get shut down. Relic Race is a big win for Beastie. It's looking like it's going to be a 3-2 split this rate. It might actually even be 4. Axemen are worth it? At this point, yeah. So we talked about the damage scaling and the health scaling. 40 extra HP, 1 extra melee armor, and then an extra 2 damage. So I said 3 before, didn't I? And remember, he's also got 2 melee techs. He just took them. So 14 damage per strike. Raid here, a lot of overtime being achieved. These are the more worthwhile raids. It's going to be very difficult to kind of catch a very defensive Byzantine player off guard to the point that you kill a lot of villagers. But if you can idle 20 villagers for one night, for 30 seconds, it's still worth it. So the crossbow answer is now coming. Demu probably is thinking about a switch now. What could you do? Is it worth going Horseman? Probably not, because Beastie is still spamming the Matane. Standard men at arms is going to feel weird. Is it time to just go back to good old arms? Hello. Beastie, he does find the gatherers out in the deer, so Demu's going to start hemorrhaging a few villages here. Army not even bothering to react. Eventually, the outpost should clear this up with the swimmers coming in. It's like nicely done. Templar Brother does actually block out the 4th relic. We do have another raid coming in. Beastie is getting so much value out of these Limitane. Eventually going to be mopped up, but a little bit of chip damage here or there, especially when Demu just has so little food income. Check this. Beastie's game sense is crazy. The read on the flank plays, I mean, it would have been signaled by some of the deer being sniped here, but the read that is going to be berries as well, just sick. Military Academy to follow us up. Beastie's now at flood point. This is smart because what he's realizing is he has olive groves, infinite food. And he's currently blocking food sources from Demu. So the best thing you can do right now is just double down on mass. Templar brothers, despite their best efforts, haven't really done enough. We talked about it being like the archers. There you go. It's going to be a switch across. He has got the resources for a fortress drop. Problem is, has he got the space? Maybe if you build it in the corner. That's also 6 Lance Nectar. And you don't have archers yet. Okay, Demu, I figured it out. I think we can build a castle here. I don't think it's going to do anything for us, but... because you kind of want it on the front side. Beastie already getting ready with the hero siphons. Damn. Dominant series from Beastie. It feels like it's going to take a miracle for Demu to get back in this one. Maybe a Waterlord, but I don't see no monks. Ain't no heresy to be had here. Longbows just spreading out. The crossbows are thinning the last of the heavy spears. And then pretty much what you got left over gets countered by LBs. Beastie is going to just back up a little bit here. He's built an eco lead. Going to wait for the next wave. Templars are technically a third French variant. Yes. We've been over the details of that. It's due to budgeting constraints. Okay, so yeah, Demu punts for it. It's going to be the aggressive fortress. Kind of have to at this stage. He's going to run out of wood in the corner. He needs some variance play and also a way of securing the equivalents. This is going to be costly. Demu, this type of push. You are outnumbered. Outgunned. In a retreat. Does he at least get the space? No, the outpost is going up. Beastie doesn't know about the fortress. He was just looking to block sacred sites. And that's crazy info for a guy who was prepping hero siphons. In fact, where are his hero siphons? Oh! Oh no. Oh no. I've been waiting for them for ages. That was just to deal with the deer. So once again, starvation. I'm so bummed out because I so badly want Sergeant to feel viable. This is a cool idea, and I think some people are going to take this forward, see the potential of it. But you can't fault Beastie's defense. Correct reaction, good patience as well, and a clean series from the Serb.